Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to prove an important theorem, that is Cauchy's integral formula. So Cauchy's integral theorem is different, Cauchy's integral formula is different. Okay, so we use these two theorems in different cases. Okay, so when the given for a given analytic function the point of singularity exists outside the circle, outside the given curve, so then we use the Cauchy's integral theorem. Okay, if the given for a given f of z, that is given analytic function f of z, the point of singularity exists within and on the circle, not circle, on the given curve, okay, on the given region, so then we use the Cauchy's integral formula, okay, which states that statement: if f of z be analytic within and on a closed contour C of a simply connected region, and z equals to z0 is an interior point of C, then so here z is equals to z0 is very important. So this z0 is point of singularity. If this, sometime it is also denoted by z equals to a, if this point lies interior point of C, so if lies in inside the given circle or sometimes on the circle, so then we use this integral formula, otherwise we apply the integral theorem. Okay, so by using integral theorem, if the given point lies outside the circle, then almost we use the circles, therefore I am using the words repeatedly, circle. Okay, so if it lies out inside the given curve, then we use this formula. Okay, so then it is given by 1 by 2 pi I integral C f of z, z minus z0 dz equals to f of z0, or it can also be written as integration C f of z divided by z minus z0 into dz can be written as 2 pi I f of z0. This z0 is point of singularity. Okay, so point of singularity means so where the given function is not analytic. Okay, let phi of z is equals to f of z divided by z minus z0 equals to 1. So since given that f of z analytic within and on C, okay, since f of z is analytic within and on C, so therefore this phi of z is, that is, therefore phi of z is also analytic within and on C. Okay, except point at z equals to z0, because you can see this denominator, so z minus z0, okay, at z equals to z0 it becomes 0. Okay, therefore this phi of z is not analytic at z equals to z0. Okay, so it is not defined. Okay, so therefore this phi of z is also analytic within and on C except the point z equals to z0, because at this point it becomes indefined. Yes, sorry, it is undefined. Okay, now let us draw a circle C1 with center at Z0 and radius lying entirely inside C. So that is C here. So if this C is our closed counter, okay, so you can draw it randomly. So now we have to draw a circle C1 with center at Z0 and radius R. So suppose this is our closed counter C. So here we have to draw a circle, okay, C1 whose center at C0 and radius is R. So this is our circle. Now we have the equation of a circle for a complex function. So that is, now any point on C1 is given by Z equals to Z0 plus R e raised to I theta. This is by equation of the circle. Now differentiating this one, we get dz equals to, so on differentiating this Z0 becomes 0 because it is constant, okay. So we differentiate with respect to theta. So this being constant, R taken outside, differentiating this one, we get I into e raised to I theta, okay. So now we substitute these two values in the given integral, so sorry, in the given phi of z. Therefore, before that, further, now you can observe that here we have a C, closed curve C, and in within this a circle is enclosed, that is C1, and since f of z analytic everywhere within this closed counter, this is even this is, that is f of z is analytic even in this region also, okay, in this region also. So that is between C and C1. So therefore here we use the corollary 2 of the Cauchy's integral theorem, which is given by, if C1 and C2 are two simple curves within C. So simple curves within C enclosing C1 is enclosing C2, okay. So if you have a, so this is our C1, okay, so sorry, with C1 enclosing C2. So this is C1, it encloses C2. C2 may be any another curve, okay. So it may be closed or open, okay. No, sorry, not open. It may be closed or not, okay, or simple curves, okay. So if I consider this closed curve C2, now, so f of z be analytic inside and on the boundary of the annular region between C1 and C2. Now, if f of z is analytic in this region, that is from C1 to C2, okay. So here f of z is analytic and this region is given by integration C1 f of z dz is equals to, you can integrate, so that is the integral is equals to integration C2 f of z dz, okay. So that is the integration, if you done in along with the curve C1 is equals to integral along with the curve C2, okay. So only this region, okay. So that is when a curve is enclosed within another curve, then the path then the region of integration between C1 and C2, they are equal, that is you can integrate along with the curve C1 or along with the curve C2 when f of z is analytic within this region, okay. So using that, that is further the function phi of z is analytic in the region enclosed between C and C1, hence by corollary 2 we have integral C phi of z dz is equals to integration C1 phi of z dz. Okay, now substitute the c1 values, that is here we substitute this phi of z for this c1. Okay, so it implies that integral c phi of z dz is equals to integral. Now for c1 means the given circle, for this circle the theta varies from 0 to 2 pi, so therefore we write 0 to 2 pi, and phi of z value is, so phi of z nothing but it is f of z. First we substitute that value, f of z divided by z minus z naught dz. Okay, so that is 0 to 2 pi f of, here z is nothing but z naught plus r e raised to I theta, that is z naught plus r into e raised to I theta divided by z minus z naught, that is we have z minus z naught value. From this we have z equals to z naught plus r e raised to I theta. So separating z minus z naught, that is taking this z naught to this side, we get z equals to, we have z plus r e raised to I theta. So therefore z minus z naught equals to r into e raised to I theta. So we substitute that value. So r into e raised to I theta, and dz value is r into e raised to I theta, r into I into e raised to I theta, r get cancels, e raised to I theta get cancels, so here we have to write d theta, even here also we have to write d theta. Okay, so further simplifying we get integral 0 to 2 pi f of z naught plus r into e raised to I theta into I divided by, okay, we get simply 1 into d theta. Okay, simply we write this one, not divide. Okay, so we get this one, consider this as equation 2, in the denominator we get 1, so simply just write this one. Okay, or it can also be written as, don't take this as equation 2, so I we can take outside, integral 0 to 2 pi f of z naught plus r e raised to I theta d theta. Okay, now you can consider this for equation 2. So here also, that is LHS side also we substitute phi of z value, that is f of z z minus z naught dz. Okay, so this is our equation 2. Now as r tends to 0, if I reduce this r to 0, so this becomes a point. Okay, because as you can see, this is our circle c1 inside the c. Okay, so this is our radius. If you go on reducing the radius, it becomes a point. Okay, you will get a point, right? So if r tends to 0, when r becomes equals to 0, so that this point becomes point. So here instead of equals to 0, I will write when r tends to 0. Okay, then this c1 becomes, go on reducing, it becomes a point. Okay, so that one. Now as r tends to 0, the center, sorry, the circle c1 tends to a point. Okay, so it becomes a point. Thus as r tends to 0, the equation 2 becomes, so when r tends to 0, given equation becomes, that is equation 2 implies that integral c f of z z minus z naught dz equals to I integral 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so substituting r equals to 0 in equation 2, we get, it becomes f of z naught, because here r equals to 0 into d theta. Okay, so when r tends to 0, that is, it can be written as I. So now integrating this with respect to theta, we get f of z being z naught being constant, theta integration theta, and limits are 0 to 2 pi, which is equals to I f of z naught, it is equals to 2 pi minus 0, that is we get I 2 pi I. Okay, so simply we write it is 2 pi I into f of z naught, that is integral c f of z is equals to z minus z naught, okay, into dz equals to, we got 2 pi I into f of z naught, or we need this f of z naught value, okay, or so as we have in the statement, so we take this 2 pi I to the LHS side, we can write it as 1 by 2 pi I integral c f of z dz divided by z minus z naught equals to, we get f of z naught. So this is Cauchy's integral formula, okay. So this, in the problem parts, we use this as a f of z naught into, or sorry, so this can be used as integral c f of z divided by z minus z naught dz is equals to, we use it as 2 pi I f of z naught, okay. So this is when z naught lies within and on C. So here z naught nothing but point of singularity, okay, singularity. So how to find the singularity? You just equate the denominator to 0, that is z minus z naught equals to 0, okay, you will get the point of singularity. So when this z naught lies outside C, then by Cauchy's integral theorem, we have integral c f of z dz equals to 0, okay. While solving the complex integration, okay, so complex integrals, we use these two formula. If the point of singularity, that is z naught, lies within and on C, then we use this formula, we apply this formula. If that point lies outside the given closed counter, that is given circle or whatever the given curve, so then we use the Cauchy's integral theorem. So that is by the Cauchy's integral formula, we apply it is equals to 0, okay. So this is nothing but formula, and this is Cauchy's integral theorem, okay. So don't get confused, I repeat, when z naught lies within and on the given circle, then we use this formula. When given that is for the given function z naught lies outside the given circle or whatever the given curve, then we use the Cauchy's integral theorem, okay. So you can write it as outside circle, okay, so on circle, right. Along these two, you should remember the equation of circle also, which is given by, already I have given in the proof part, okay. So that is equation of circle. Equation of circle for a complex function is given by mod of z minus z naught equals to r. Here r is the radius and z naught is the center, okay. We shall solve the problems in the next part, that is next part of the video lecture, okay.